Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded Podcast. Music is everything. Music, the soundtracks to our lives, man. We got a great beat maker, and I'm sure he does much more. Please introduce yourself to the world.
They call me Bands. I produce music and everything. I um, also like have a team by the name of OTW. You feel me? That's like my original team right there. Feel me? We have something called Good Eats, which two of our players is going to the Super Bowl this year. Shout out them. Uh, Dante Dion and Eli Apple.
Well, I heard that Eli was he on the Giants before Eli Apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of them were they both were on the Giants.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man. Well, give your socials because people don't even know names
My
anymore.
social is produced PRODBYBANDZ. And I got that social from my homie DJ Official, rest in peace. You know. I asked him for that name before he had passed, because I asked him like, "Oh, you don't think it'll be weird if I put produced by in front of my name?" He's like, "No, do it." So I was like, "All right."
Man. And that's what it is about. When you make something pop, you could have like Little Kool-Aid could be your name, and you like, yo, this nigga beats is crazy. I don't care what his name is.
Yeah, no, for real.
People be feeling it. So, and then you just got to be that confident in your ability that, like, yo, whatever I go with, and that's probably how he felt about you is like, do what you want because your beats is gonna make up for it. Like, they're not gonna worry about anything else but the music. They're gonna be like, yo, I'm feeling the music.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'm able to. I'm just happy that I was able to meet certain people in the industry. Shout out my manager Cam, uh, who's part of Pusha Zinc, and also 400. You feel me? Shout out the whole 400 team.
Yep.
You feel me? Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, currently.
Yeah.
That's being real.
Yeah. Guarantee. So where are you from exactly? Where were you born at?
I'm originally from Rialto, California.
Okay. So how is it in Rialto? How far is it from like South Central LA and the Comptons and everything like that?
Yeah, no, most people are from like LA, like Compton, you feel me? Like everyone else, you feel me? But me, I'm from Rialto, California. Well, I'm originally from Inglewood, California, actually.
Right.
You feel me? I'm originally from Inglewood, California. My parents, they moved me out of Inglewood, California to Rialto, California.
Yeah, and that's what most parents try to do is like, I got a kid now, I got to try to get them somewhere different, get them somewhere better, hopefully, or we start a new life. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. But what was the music you grew up around and stuff like that? What was the soundtrack to your life? What was going on? Music being played in your
Man, I'm gonna
household?
be honest with you. Back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of Mac 10. I like Mac 10.
You from Inglewood, man?
I'm Inglewood. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Straight
you feel
from
me? I'm from Inglewood
Inglewood,
originally.
and
So
you know
yeah,
that
you
that
feel
sounds
me?
good.
Mac 10, man. You feel me? Mac 10.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Mac 10. Definitely a lot of Dr. Dre. You know, I grew up on a lot of like real LA artists and stuff. And shit, YG. You feel me?
yeah, man.
YG, like even though he like the same age as me or whatever, you feel me? I definitely listened to him like his whole career though. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so,
It was amazing what he was able to do for himself. He made
yeah, he's been in the game for at least like what, more than 10 years.
yeah, and it's just like he was coming with the real old school West Coast sound when a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people was veering off from that, and it was more like, well, I like Kendrick because Kendrick raps and he raps like different, and people in New York could feel it. But YG came and like, look, I'm gonna rap the way I rap it from my coast, and I'm gonna make
Yeah,
it pop. I'm gonna make it pop the way I make it pop.
exactly.
You
You
know,
feel me?
I remember seeing him at J. Cole, Forest Hills Drives, and
Mm.
he was saying like, I'm one who made it without Dre, and everybody took it like a diss. It's like, no, it's like I really put
It's the truth.
I put this shit on my back. and really
Yeah.
like figured it out. And you know, I mean, around that time, like him and Nipsey, it was like, y'all don't need to be doing all that gang shit. Y'all don't need to do, and they was like, no, I'm gonna do it my way. And they really
Yeah.
made it happen.
No, for real.
It was just
For
like
real.
people in the crowd, you know, because he was in Georgia and they didn't get it. He was in Atlanta, so they was like, oh, but it was like, it's not a diss. It's just saying facts. It was like, I really, really put in the work and I ain't get no cosign. I really just had to like his cosigns was like, Jeezy was rocking with him out here. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Mhm.
People didn't know that, but yeah, like that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. But
Yeah, and you know, shout out to J. Cole, you feel me, for even recognizing you know, the West Coast and everything, you feel me? Because like there's a lot of people that don't take our music seriously. It's very hard for a West Coast artist to even, you know, prosper. You feel me? That's the cold part. Like, you feel me? They'll make sure, like, okay, so you gotta be a Roddy Rich, you gotta be a person that sound like an East Coast rapper in order to get to, you know, the Grammys and stuff like that. You know, like, why did you know, they blackballed him from the Grammys. You feel
yeah,
me? From a classic album he had.
yeah, it was just like at that time, it was like, well, because Kendrick is super lyrical, that's why we like him, but we don't like all that other shit. So for him to pop during that time, it was like that's a big deal, bro. Like that's a
Yeah.
real big, and everybody loved that. My crazy like people was like of all from everywhere, in the way it was sequenced. Since we talking about music, the way it was sequenced was just like a story of a day in the life, and I was like, man, I love sequencing. I had my little nephews and stuff. They was in there listening to it, and they like ate and stuff like that. And they was like,
Mhm.
man, this is crazy. Like this album is wild, but it was just really well put together, man. It was really, really good, man. And I commend those dudes that made a way out of nowhere. They just was like, look, I'm gonna do it my way. And that's what he did, man. But Inglewood, um, shout out to Bobcat, man. My uncle, he made Backyard Boogie. He made that beat.
Ooh, that's one of my favorites right
You
there.
know Bobcat? Have you ever heard of him? He's,
Nah, I
he's an
never heard of
older,
him, but
yeah, he's an older, beat producer and stuff like that. But like back in the day, he was with LL and stuff like that. But like I think that was like one of his later hits was Backyard Boogie. It popped. It was like that
that
beat.
was the jam right there, man. That
Ooh,
was the
Backyard
no
Boogie.
backyard boogie. Yeah, man. Like I said,
Straight from
who else been like
Englewood.
him, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, who else put Inglewood on the map like that? You feel me? That's why I was just like, you feel me? I was happy, you know, especially living there. It was just that whole era was everything to me.
Yeah, the
You
Mac
feel
one.
me? Especially living there, it was different, you know.
You
I used
feel
to
it
love,
different. Yeah.
you know. So yeah, no, that was definitely good.
Yeah, you
So
definitely.
you feel me? I'm just glad to be able to even keep it going and everything, you know, because you know, like I said, I'm from Rialto, you feel me? So for me to even be recognized as a producer from the West Coast, you know, that's a blessing. I really like it, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people they would never even, you know, because the IE they don't take seriously at all. You feel me? To be honest with you, thank the Hit Boy, because you feel me, that's my bro right there. Thank you, the bro Hit Boy. He knocked barriers down. You know, when
Yeah.
he made Niggas in Paris and he made Racks in the Middle and he started getting Grammys and everything. Like, you know, he knocked down barriers because they wasn't taking us seriously.
And that's what's important. I was getting ready to bring him up because it's like he's not from particularly the inner city of LA, but he made his own way and it popped. And he's one of the producers, man, that like is really on a crazy run right now. And his beats, you can't really tell, they don't all sound the same. So you can't really tell. And that's a big thing, especially coming from the West Coast, where it's like, oh, well, all of it got to sound like the Chronic or this or that. It's like, nah, his is like all over the place.
All over,
And
exactly,
I
just
love
everywhere.
I love that for him. And what I really love more than anything for him, and I said it on a podcast before, is that like he really put himself out there a year or so ago, a couple months ago, or 2 years ago, he was like, man, the industry fucked me over. They not really fucking with me like that. But I
Yeah,
don't
they
fuck. I'm just gonna say it.
yeah.
He just said it and he put it out there. And ever since then, since he put his nuts on the table, he been on a run. He been on like
Oh
a
yeah.
run. Like, and I think it was that freedom of him not giving a fuck no more. Like, look, I'm gonna say what's on my mind, and that's gonna be that. I think that he was a big
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it is, man. Cause like he just didn't care anymore after a while. He see how big he really was, you know. And
yep.
he's a big producer. He's one of the greatest producers in my eyes, to be honest with you.
But
You
for
feel
him
me?
to be out, it seemed like he was damn near out. And then now his comeback is like literally everybody probably banging his line now. When it was like a couple years ago, it was like industry shit. Like, I don't know if I really want to fuck with you right now. And it was like
Yeah.
he just put his nuts on the table and said what it was. And after he got that off his chest, it was like people came to support. And he been on a run with Nas. He been on a run with a lot of people. So it just
Yes.
yeah, it's
Yes.
just amazing. Like, but like you saying, like coming from these areas, because I lived in Lancaster, for a long
Okay.
time. I went to high school in Lancaster, and that's a place where a lot of people didn't pop, but it's some people that'll come out of there and they do some things, and they're like, damn, like, so it really don't matter where you at with this internet shit. You just got to be able to like have a dream and make that shit pop. That's really what it is, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. So what did you want to be like growing up? What did you think you was gonna be like being a kid and all of
Being
that?
honest with you, the person who got me like that really made me want to make beats was DJ Mustard, you know, because when he started making beats, you know, I like really started paying attention because he had a whole different sound,
Sound that
you know.
that sound. It was like
That sound exactly, like you feel
catchy.
me? It
Yeah.
was catchy, yeah. So
It was catchy, but it wasn't like cliche-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like I love snap music and stuff like that from Atlanta, but it wasn't like that. It was like a LA
it was like a
catchy.
LA,
And it's
yeah.
like
You
it
feel me?
feel like the party, it feel like you in the function. And it just was like he was making tooted and booted, he was making different things.
Yeah,
Just it popped for him. And like
exactly,
it just
exactly. Everything popped for him. So you feel me? I had to do nothing but respect it, you know. So he was like my first favorite producer, you know, and then
yeah.
uh yeah, you know, that's what really made me want to start making beats and stuff, you know.
So
And
who's some
then
other producers you rocked with like growing up?
see, Mustard, Hit Boy, Mike Will made it, you know. He
Yeah.
was a dope producer at one time. There was a time where Mike Will was he was really running the era, you
Yeah.
know.
I didn't notice Boy Wonder until Hit Boy and Boy Wonder did their thing.
Oh, and Boy Wonder, yeah,
I didn't
definitely Boy
notice
Wonder.
how many he did. I didn't pay attention like
Oh,
yeah.
that was pretty much Drake right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I seen that when they did their little verses. I was like, damn, I didn't notice he did all of that. But
Yeah, no.
yeah, man.
Boy
It's
Wonder is definitely another great producer, you know. Also, also like Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin is dope,
Metro
you know.
definitely.
I like his sound. He came in with that. The first time I really heard Metro Boomin, I'm be honest, was when he did with 21 Savage, that X.
Yeah.
And that's when it went crazy because I was just like, whoa, what's the sound? It's crazy. Like I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, I like the bounce. Like, you know, it
Yeah.
was different. It was new. So,
And
you
how
know, and then
important what you said?
he had that dark sound.
Oh yeah. I
He had
love
that
that.
dark sound.
Just like
Yeah.
the Travis Scott's like that different. Like it sounds like black people goth music, but not like in a weird way, in like a just like, yo, this shit is hard kind of way. Like
Yeah.
Travis Scott's, the different people that it's a dark sound, like Southside and them, you know what I'm saying? Like 808 Mafia, all of them, they got that sound that's just like, man, it's dark and it's deep, but it sounds so good. But like 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, how important do you think for you being a producer it is to like lock in with one artist or a particular collective just to really get a certain sound together instead of one artist take a beat from here, take a beat from there. Like it seems like with the Hit Boy and the Nas, the 21s and Metros, the Mike Wills, Ray Shrimmer, like it, you can create something special when you get one. How important you think it is locking in the producer and artist?
It's very important actually. It's very important because once you develop that artist with your sound, that artist can literally go anywhere. You pretty much gave that artist a career,
Yeah.
and he gave you a career. You know what I mean? Especially if the people love it. And you keep going, you keep going. That's how YG and Mustard even started, and they just kept going and kept going and kept going. Same with Thug and London on the Track.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. I
they
heard.
kept going. So it's very important for an artist and a producer to always lock in. The more music that you have, the more chance you have to actually get out there.
Yeah, I heard early on it was like Mustard, uh YG and Ty Dolla Sign all like
Mm-hmm.
kind of hanging out together and
Yeah,
creating together, and they all kind of like took off. Like it wasn't like one was way bigger than the other. It's like they all took off at the same
they
time.
all took off exactly, and
And
then
that's
Mustard started messing with RJ, and
yeah,
brought him a new sound and everything. That brought him a whole new sound. They was running it for a couple years and stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, it's very important for artists to lock in with their producers for sure.
right,
You
right.
know,
So
because we bring the sound at the end of the day. We bring the sound. We know your sound. You know,
yeah,
and you go to another producer. You feel me? And you get a sound from them. You feel me? You're not gonna be familiar with that sound. People gonna be like, "What is this?"
yeah, yeah. I feel like it's a cheat code because like you around your family or something like that, y'all playing music, you know what kind of songs is gonna make your mom dance or your aunt dance or your little cousins like this one. If you the one with the ox, you like, all right, I could kind of vibe and choose the vibe for all these people. So the same
Mhm.
thing is with if you're a producer and I'm just sitting in my corner and I'm in my little zone, you like, okay, he about to start rapping now. Then if he mumbling little stuff, I might, hey, let me hit this little right here, see if he like that, if he react to that, and y'all develop that chemistry rather than like you just sent the whole beat pack to somebody and it's like you'll get it back and then just you be like, well, it's good, but if we was together, it would
It
be
would be
different.
better.
It would be
That's and
way
that's and
different.
that's another reason why I like to be in the studio with the artists. I
Right.
don't like sending out beats. I hate sending out beats. I hate when artists be like, "Hey, can you send me this or can you send me this pack or because it doesn't sound right. It's not gonna give you that feeling that you wanted to actually have. It's a certain way that you go with things and stuff like that. You know, like when you hear it and you just like this not it.
Yeah, yeah.
A
It
producer, they like we go in there and we critique our work. We're the most. I'm a very I'm very, very hard on myself when it comes to listening to my beats. You
right.
know, I'm very, very hard on myself when it comes to this music because it's your work. It's your masterpiece basically that you're doing. And you don't want anything or anyone to mess that up for you. So
Yeah.
when so like I'd rather be in the studio because I can critique certain things or I can give an idea out or anything. Like you feel me? Any way that I can help, you know, I want to help.
Or
So
a sound like they even say like they like, well, Puffy don't make beats or he don't do this, but he be like, hey, I want you to do something that sound like a boom,
exactly.
boom, boom, boom,
Hmm.
boom, 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 and then and then he's like, okay, and then you get on your shit and you start making it, you start making it
Exactly.
sound, and y'all start meshing together, and like, yo, why don't you say this word like this? And he be like, well, why don't you make the beat like that? And then that's chemistry. But if I just send you a pack or if I just send you some lyrics, I mean, we could put something together. And I mean, everybody does it, but I just feel like it's something better. Like you even see those old school like sessions. I seen pictures of
Hmm.
Biggie and Bone Thugs and Harmony and the Tupac in the studio with these different people. It just feel like it was a vibe we created, and we created some music at the same time. So I think that, like, if I was doing that, I would really like to do that. Like, at
Yeah,
first, and
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Like I feel like this is how I feel. If I was to be in the studio with a person for a week, um, I feel like I could definitely create a whole new vibe and like really, really just lock in, and we'll come out with some heat, basically, like,
Yeah, yeah, because y'all
for
gonna
a
learn
week straight.
y'all gonna learn
Yeah.
each other in that week. Y'all the first couple days, y'all just getting out, seeing what you like, he's seeing what you like, and then y'all figuring out. But when was it? How old were you when you first made your first couple beats and really start taking it seriously?
Um,
And were
okay,
you
so
using like Fruity Loops or something like that? What beats?
okay. The first thing I ever started on was GarageBand,
Right.
and that was like in 2009. Yeah, I started in like 2009. And as I was starting, you feel me, I learned everything through well, some of it I learned through like YouTube, but to learn how to do the like West Coast music, that the stuff that I like to do, for me,
Right.
I had a homie, his name was Chompers, and he taught me everything that he knew about it. So when he taught me everything that he knew about it, I just started easily picking up, because he uses FL Studio, he uses Fruity Loops. So that was my first time ever using Fruity Loops.
Right.
But I started off on GarageBand though. I went to GarageBand, then I went to Reason. Reason was very lit. I like Reason. Um, then I went to Logic, and then from Logic I went to Pro Tools. Pro Tools was the hardest thing I've ever used.
Yeah.
It's very hard to create a beat on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah. It's
I
rough.
went to FL Studio. Oh, and then I did Machine too. That was great.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody start like I'm a little bit older. I'm 34. So like back in the days, 06, 05, everybody was using Fruity Loops. It was a free program, or they
Mm-hmm.
get one crack the code and they get the full version. And everybody was doing beats on there, and they was like, yo, I'm about to be on. But this is before social media and all that. It's just dudes trying to make beats, make little songs, hand out CDs to people at school or whatever. But now it's just so like accessible in the garage bands and the different things. It makes it a little bit easier for people. But when was the first beat that you was like, all right, I think I got something here? What was that feeling like when you was like, I think I got something on this one?
The first beat that I felt like I did that with was I had made something for my homie. His name's Turtle No Joke, and it was a song called "I'm a Dog." And like being out here in the IE, I mean out there in the IE, Audio Push, it was big. So he was a homie of Audio Push and stuff. You feel me? But I went to school with this guy and everything, and I didn't know he rapped. So he's like, "Yeah, send me some beats." I set up a beat and he rapped on it, and that got Audio Push. They was like, "Oh, who made this beat?" Like, oh, I want to know who made this beat and everything. And then that's when that happened. I ended up beating Audio Push. I mean, and then meeting Audio Push, I ended up meeting Hit Boy.
Wow, man. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to B Mac the Queen, man. I know her.
Oh yeah. Hey,
I'll B
I
Mac.
did a song with her called Black Magic.
Wow, man. Shout out B Mac the Queen, man.
Yeah, I did a song with her. Shout out B Mac the Queen for real.
Yeah.
I definitely mess with B Mac the Queen.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get back in the studio with her soon. But yeah, I made one of the songs with her. That that's also one of the songs where I felt like, yeah, I was like, I think I got something, because I didn't think that I was going. When I heard it, it sounded advanced to me, like And then when she put her lyrics on it, it was like, whoa, like okay,
No,
like this actually could be something.
yeah,
It shocked me.
she had a little group with my boys Marcus and Julian, man, and they like, you know, they had a little group back in the day and they used to just rap, but B Mac was like
Mhm.
out of this world. I was like, yo, she's crazy. Like, she
Yeah,
really
she's
could rap
talented.
for real, for
Yeah.
real. And I was so happy when I seen her on like Grinding My Whole Life with Hit Boy.
Oh man.
I was like, wow, man, like, cause she always had it. And I know she write for people and she's cool with a lot of people, but I'm like, but her style and the way she went about it, man, it was amazing, man. So shout out all of them, man. Marcus, you,
Yeah.
Mac,
My
Bun
homie,
family.
my
Oh,
homie, matter of fact, his name is No. He was on that song too. He was the first person running my whole life.
oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. I just remember watching the video, like, wow, man, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I still work with him currently. You
oh,
know, he's working right now too. You know, I'm still working. I still work with everybody that I pretty much started with too. You know, along with working with all the big artists and everything. You know,
yeah,
I still work with everybody I started with basically.
that's
You
a
know, I recently lost one of my homies that I started with Earl Swavey, rest in peace.
yeah,
You know, um, me and him, we was locked in the studio too. You know, he's actually the first LA rapper to give me my shot.
shout
You
out,
know,
yeah, man.
and yeah, even though he did like the music that he did was, like that real like LA like shoot 'em up bang bang type music,
Yeah. Hey, LA got a
he
sound.
he had a wave, and he was doing his thing. I wish if he never would have got locked up, he for sure would have went somewhere for sure.
Yeah,
You know, we was trying to keep him out of the streets. I try to keep a lot of my homies out the streets,
yeah,
because the streets really don't have nothing for you. At the end of the day.
yeah. It
Um,
just be like, I know for a lot of them, you know, I try not to judge, like, cause it's like a lot of them, the streets be family where they ain't
mhm.
have family at home. But the whole
Yeah.
point is to get in and get out. Like, it's like, yo,
Hmm.
I got it. Y'all protecting me. Y'all love me. Y'all show me love. But like the real love is like, if y'all see I got potential, y'all gotta let me grow. Y'all gotta let me go.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
let me go.
Exactly.
You gotta let me grow. Cause I can't stay here with y'all and still make everything. Like
You feel me?
I can show love. I could try to support. If you working on something, I could throw it up on my IG and try to get you lit and stuff like that. But I can't be doing certain things no more. People gotta really, know and understand that and really like give people that grace and that blessing to like, yo, like go ahead, don't worry about us. We proud that you made it out. You give us motivation to make it out one day ourselves.
Yeah. No, I definitely have homies like that too. You feel me? Yeah, man. It's I got. I'm not gonna judge anybody either. But yeah, like you said, you feel me? That's how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get in and get out, literally. Like
Yeah, yeah. It's just
do
like,
what you need to do, and then get up out of the streets.
yeah.
Because the street. Let's be real. The streets don't love nobody at the end of the day.
I mean, it's a dog eat dog. It's like if it's you and your dog, you see how
Mhm.
paid in full in all these
But
movies.
then
Like,
there is also, like there is people that do hate on you.
mhm.
I got a lot of haters. I don't know why, but I got a lot of haters. You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of
And
people don't love themselves, is what it is. It's like, they don't know how to say, like, hey, man, how did you make this sound? Or what did you do at first? They're like, man, fuck him. We don't like him no more. He act
exactly.
weird. He act different now and this and that. And like, it's definitely big, like in LA and different populated cities are like, oh, you act funny ever since you did this and did that. And it's like, you can let it get to you or you cannot let it get to you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But how do you feel like it's important? Like, do you feel like the producer tags are important in the beginning of songs or a part of songs? Or do you feel,
Yes. Yes. This is what I will say.
that's a big question I always been
It's
wondering.
okay. Okay. I mean, it depends on who you work with. Not necessarily. You don't have to have the producer tag as long as you get your credits. I feel like that's fine. Honestly, like
Right,
I don't like putting my tag on everything because some things just don't. It's not meant to have a tag on. You know what I mean?
right.
Like if you want to make something classic, if you notice, Dr. Dre don't have no tag. When Hit Boy started, he didn't have no tag on anything, you know. So like,
Yeah.
and then even Mustard stopped using his tag for a minute when he was working with LMA. So like, I mean, not everything gotta be with a tag. Not everything gotta be oversaturated, you know. Like, you know, but there's nothing wrong with having a tag. It's nothing wrong with having a tag at all. You know, my homie, shout out Barry J, you feel me? He always uses tag, you know. That's my brother, you feel me? I respect it, you know. If you want to put your tag on anything, do your thing, you know. I mean, I feel it. I know why. It's the authenticated, you know.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I'm
like
the one that did this, you know.
photographers and stuff like that. When like they gotta put their little tag, is because it's like it's so nasty out here to where like you don't put your tag or something, somebody else will try to act like they made it. I mean, like you said, as long as you getting the bread for it and the credits, like who really cares? But I think a lot of
Yeah,
people feel like that tag is kind of part of letting you know, like without a shadow of a doubt, I did this. This is my work, and like the artist is not gonna overshadow me and stuff like that. Like, so it's like it feels like a 50-50 thing with the tag thing. It's like you can, but it can get a lot. But then you don't want nobody stealing your stuff. So it's like,
yeah. You know,
uh,
I've dealt with that before. You feel me? Somebody stealing my stuff, you know, and it hurts. Honestly, it hurts. I'm not gonna say exactly who did it because you know I'm not gonna put him out there like that. But it's a very very big person that did it.
yeah,
You
yeah. I
know,
mean, and I heard that happens in the industry a lot. It's like
man.
that's part of the game. When you paying your dues, it's like, yo, youngin, you ain't nobody yet. So I'm gonna act. This is gonna be my shit.
Exactly.
And
But I
then
kind of
you
understand
can,
it a
yeah, I
little
mean,
bit.
it's part of the game. It seems like I wish that it wasn't part of the game. I wish you just give credit where credit due, but I hear that
Mhm.
a lot. Like directors and photographers, and like you ain't popping big enough. So I'm gonna just say I did it first, and then
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
if you
yeah,
still around next year, I'll give you a little credit here or there. Like
yeah. I
that
like there was one time where like I had to do it. Like, you feel me? I had to do it like that, and it's only because the artist and the producer was not seeing eye to eye. They didn't like each other or whatever. You feel me?
right.
And it kind of hurt me. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of hurt me to do that, you know, because I'm like, I like giving people credit. That's my thing. I give everybody their credit, you know. I
Right.
don't like because I don't want it to happen to me. So why would I do it to somebody else, you know? But
Right.
at that time, there was nothing I could do. You know, you feel me? You gotta talk to the artists. Feel
Yeah.
me? I'm not in charge of that.
Yeah, that's the business side of it. Who are some of the
Yeah.
so let's get into what everybody wants to know. Who are some of the big artists you worked with that you got your beats on and selected with?
Okay, so my first like big one that I say was with RJ, you know, Mr. LA. Shout out to bro. I did like two with him. A song by the name of Reflection. It had like a different type of sound, but it was still West Coast. It was a lot more slower though.
Okay.
And then let's see, I did this song with him and his brother called No Idea, where I sampled Mozzie. What's it called? It's one of Mozzie's songs. It was Mozzie, Filthy Rich, what's his name, Lil Blood, like all of them. They have like this one song. I think it's called Let It Blow. That's what it was called. And I remade it because RJ wanted to rap on it, so I did that. And then let's see who else was next. I did a couple with Earl Swavy, you know.
Right.
Um, I did some stuff with Joe Moses, you know, through my homie DJ Official. I did stuff with Panda Badass, you know. Uh, let's see. Oh, Kamaya, you
Right.
know. I have an unreleased joint with Kamaya and Kaylani.
Yeah. Hope. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Right.
fire.
Gotta get that
Like,
up.
you feel me?
I seen Ron Suno. Was you working with him?
Yes, yes. Shout out to Ron Snow too. You know, that's bro. You know, I met him through my little brother.
Yeah.
You know, I had played a beat, and he just started freestyling on it out of nowhere, and it was
How'd
just
you make that connection? Because that's New York. That's a whole different vibe than what you are.
my little brother, man. I don't know, like them was his friends, My
Yeah,
little brother from California though. That's so it was like,
yeah,
but yeah, my little brother, he make connections and stuff, He know like Lil Jeremy and everybody like that. So
yeah. Shout out to
and yeah, so he made the connection and he brought me with him to the video shoot. And when he brought me to the video shoot with him, it was, it was different. I was already a fan of and I don't like saying that because a lot of people take it differently. But if I like your work, I like your work. That's just what it is.
right.
But yeah, I was already like a fan of him already, I already listened to his music. He's very lit, very dope, very cool artist. Um, so I already knew what to expect a little bit,
Right.
And so I just like played like a beat and he just started rapping on it.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like you really mess with the beat? He's like, yeah. So I think it was that night we recorded it on it. Matter of fact, we
Yeah.
recorded it that night.
Yeah.
I have the song, it just wasn't mixed properly. Hopefully, I can get him to recut it over because he did all that from freestyle.
Wow,
He
man.
did all that he made a whole song through freestyle.
Yeah.
He's an amazing
That's
artist
what
for
they
real.
doing, a lot now, the younger dudes. And I mean in New York too. And then that's why like I love the sound and I love the music. I just, I pray for them dudes, man, that it ain't gotta get so real and so serious.
Yeah, man. The drill music is
It's
definitely,
it's
yeah, it's definitely
it's
different.
so lit and it's such a good time. But I want it to be our comic books. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like the real shit. I want it to be the Marvel. I want it to be, we could be a Marvel versus DC type shit, but we ain't really got to be drilling each other for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
let's create the fantasy. Like, we fuck with the lyrics and stuff like that. I love when they dancing around with their homies, they having a
Oh
good
yeah,
time.
definitely.
I
Yeah.
love all of that. It's just like, it just when he gets so real and we losing them to either jail or death, it's just like, and they so young.
Uh,
These dudes
I
so young. I'm like, damn, bro, like you made it out, bro. Like, don't you can't do that. But like once again, I don't judge because I know they come from fucked up situations. So doing
mhm.
they doing
like the dude K Fox, he was just doing his thing, and
yeah, it's
he
just
get
like
caught up. Like,
when you come from
I
them
know how it
situations.
goes. So
Yeah, like when you come from like that's the thing. I don't judge because I understand they come from certain situations that maybe me or you don't understand, or most people don't understand. So they got to do what they got to do. If a record company is saying, yo, I got 2 million for you right now to make what you've been making and that sound and all the shit, wild shit you be saying, I'll give you money, I'll give you this, that, you're gonna turn it up even more. Like, yo, like I got 2 million. I had like barely 1,000 in my pocket, and now I got 2 million.
yeah, you gonna feel
Bruh,
like you that dude. Like,
I'm turning it whatever the wildest shit, I'm smoking on
I'm
whoever,
turning up.
I'm drilling
Yeah.
whoever, I'm shooting whoever, I'm flagging it down in every video. I'm doing it every like, bro, you got a bag and like, bro, when you fucked
All the
up,
people that's ever disrespected you.
bro, when
I
you
understand.
yeah, when you're in the projects, I cannot judge them, brother. I just hope that them brothers just like figure out how to do it. And I heard recently like 22 G's and different people were saying like
Man.
you got to do what you got to do because it's gang and it's whatever, but you got to be smarter because we losing too many people to jail or death. We lose it.
Yeah, no,
So in
definitely.
22 G's is a big dude in that field. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
one of the originators in that New York side. So it's
Mhm.
like you gotta know like when the and that's
Actually, he was the one he's one of the ones that was beefing with Pop Smoke.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then he didn't even want to go hard and fuck him and this and that. He was like, nah. Cause I think 22 G's is different people. Is like they realizing I made it out and I ain't trying to go back to that. So like, yo, I'm cool. Like, I'm not about to diss him while he's dead and stuff like that because he
Yeah.
really lost his
And
life.
that's another thing I have a problem about. You feel me? Dissing people while they dead. They're not even here. You feel me? Like it sucks because they not here at all. They can't do anything.
It
You know,
got
they can't do anything to defend themselves.
Yeah, it got popular, from Chicago, and then like now with the internet age, once one thing get popular, the whole world take it, and the whole
Mm-hmm.
world start doing it. And for right now, if I'm 15, I'm 14 years old, and I'm in a gang and shit like that, and all I gotta do is talk about this like I gotta say the wildest shit possible, and I could get a record deal. What you need me to say, bro? Like it's like, bro,
Yeah,
say whatever.
it's crazy because the record deals don't care. Like the record companies, they don't care at all. They just like, I mean, they want to see this stuff happen. You
Right,
know,
right.
I really blame a lot of the record companies because that this is even happening because you giving these people all this money and everything. You feel me? And now you got them feeling like they Scarface.
it, it generates record sales. So like
you know.
it just generates record sales. So people are like, look, hey, whatever y'all gotta say, whatever y'all gotta do, the East versus West Coast, Death Row versus back, like it's been going
Mm-hmm.
on forever. It's been going on. So it's like, yo, say whatever y'all want, do whatever y'all want. But like that's what I'm saying. I try not to judge. I know these dudes like years from now they switch up. They right now they doing what they got to do, but years from now they could probably switch up and like think differently. The Nipseys, the
Yeah.
YGs, the different people, they figure out ways to like, yo, y'all still know what it is, but I know how to make music for real, for real. I can make music.
Yeah.
I can make a song.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, okay, make a song about your day, not about drilling nobody, nothing. Make a song about your day, your
Your
life,
day,
your
yeah,
life.
and that's why that's another reason why I respect YG because he can make a song about different stuff. You feel me? Others and ops and everything like that. You feel me? He can make a song about different things, literally. Like you feel me?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
don't necessarily have to make a song about this in a person, or I've seen it happen. That's how I know. Like you feel me? And it's really dope. Same with there's another artist I work with, OGZ from
yeah,
Shoreline Mafia.
yeah,
Very dope artist, very humble artist. He can make a song about anything, literally. You feel me? He's a young guy too. You feel me?
yeah,
He
yeah,
don't be talking about his ops or anything like that. He don't care.
yeah, yeah. It's just like for these young dudes, they gotta understand the difference between I'm just a rapper or I'm an artist. Like you want to become the artist. Right now, me or you could rap, is make right things rhyme together or say some wild shit real quick. But to be an artist, you have to really paint a picture of something. The beat got to be there, the lyrics got to be there, the hook got to be there. That's the full together song. That's why I think even songs become 2 minutes and shorter now because I don't got too much to say past 2 minutes. Like back in the day, all songs was like 3 minutes and stuff like that. Now, song will be one verse in a hook, and that's it. Sometimes
Mhm.
like
Yeah, yeah, no,
they
definitely.
running out of things to say, and they know like I only got to have you like for a certain amount of time for a stream. Like the artistry is gone a lot of times. It's just like
Yeah, as
I'm just
long
making a song.
exactly. Yeah, the artistry is definitely gone nowadays. Like, as long as they can get you for like a minute and 55 seconds, they're good. They don't care about
They,
nothing
the
else.
views The views went up. They like, bruh, whatever. I don't care, bro. Roll that blunt. Let's make another one. Like they don't even care no more. They like,
Exactly.
yo, but it's just like for
People
the
don't be trying nowadays. They don't try.
nah.
They don't try.
They don't. And then some people, like you said, Ron Suno or somebody, he can make something good after not trying that much. But some dudes need to try, and
Yeah,
they don't.
some dudes definitely need to try.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just like I'm for anybody making a way out the hood and stuff like that. I commend them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. I like, okay, so like for me, I'll be looking for different artists too, like, to work with. I'll be looking for new artists and stuff like that. You feel me? I'm not a bougie person, so I like literally go look for talent. like when I first moved out here to Atlanta, I went to the little they had like a little talent show at some little club over here. You know, I think it was like a hookah bar or something.
Right.
And you know, I saw what type of talent they had and everything over there. You feel me? They had some dope talent over there. You know, I got to meet everybody. You feel me? Shook everybody's hand and everything. You know, and got everybody's like information and everything. You know, and when the time comes, you know, I'll definitely be tapping in and trying to work with these people. You know, because I really like working with new people. I do like working with new people. You feel me? Especially if I heard something that you did and it's really dope to me, I'm down to work. You know,
Right. Right. That's
but
what I love about Atlanta, man. It's like a lot of people ain't bullshitting. They really about their grind. Like you could go like to New York or LA sometime and people just trying to be popular. They ain't really trying to like grind it out. They just trying to like, yo, you know, I know this person, I know that person. I know, like, bro, like I'm just trying to work. Like I don't really
like currently, I'm working with this group. The name is called the Shady Babies.
right.
Real dope. You feel me? All of them. You know. I feel like they could be like the new Migos if they really like put their mind together. You feel me? Now she do they think of like Migos, but like a gunner version of Migos.
Right, right, right.
Like you feel me?
Yeah,
Like they're really dope. Like you feel me?
Migos
So
introduced
I
that
can't
style.
wait to be able to, you know, tell people hear like the music that I do with them. I got I can't wait to hear tell people hear the music that I do with like uh, it's a couple people. A dude named Jay Anderson, you know, who just he's a singer right now. Like you feel me? He's a singer. I can't wait till people hear the music that I do with him. I call him like a young Tory Lanez, you know,
Right.
slash like Bryson Tiller. He's really dope, like you know. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a lot of music that I just really can't wait to drop with a lot of people. You know,
A lot of talent out there,
a
man.
lot of talent out there, man,
Definitely.
for real.
I want to shout out
From
Bob too for putting this together, man.
oh, definitely shout out to him, man.
Young,
Me and him got some stuff on the way too.
young legend, man. Young legend, man. I've been knowing Bob forever, man. Family, right?
Yeah, man. He's definitely a legend. Yeah, definitely. You know, I can't wait to work with him too. You know,
Yeah,
we got some stuff on the way too. Nobody knows what he do.
yeah, man.
You know, I like he took me in the when we was in the studio, when we was in YG studio and everything, and he started rapping to one of my beats, and I was like, wait. I said, do that again. He's like, wait. I was like, you rap? He's like, yeah. I was like, I didn't know you rap, bro. Like, hold on, you over there keeping it bottled up and everything. Come on, man. You gotta let me know when you feel me?
yeah,
So
he's a young legend, man. He talented in many ways, man. He could do the music, he could do a lot of stuff, man. But
yeah, no, definitely good.
I'm proud of him, man. But yeah, man. So anything else you wanted to get out there to the world before we wrap this up, man?
Um, so I got a track with OG that's coming out. It's called Dog Food. I produced it with my boy DJ Vision. That comes out on the 18th on his Jeezy World Deluxe album. You know, I can't wait to hear the second verse because I haven't heard the second verse yet. I've heard the first.
Right.
I like the track. And oh, I can't wait till YG album drop. Yeah, that's about. Oh, and I don't know if anybody went to see Scream yet. I got a track on there with Kamaya called Pressure that I did with the homie DJ Official. Rest in peace. That track's been out for a minute, but you know, just that that alone, just being in the movie was just, you know, that's epic. You know,
Right.
it's not a lot of times where you get that type of chance.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so.
But one last thing I do before we get out of here, man, I do this thing called speaking into existence, man. Within the next year, this time last year, what you gonna have accomplished, man, by this time next year?
I feel like I'm gonna get a Grammy this year. Yeah,
Nice.
I feel like I'm gonna get a Grammy this year because I'm working with bigger producers. You know, I'm starting to meet bigger people and everything. So I feel like I might get a Grammy this year. You know. Oh, also for that album for sure.
Yes,
For
yes,
that album, definitely for sure. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get a Grammy this year. I feel like I'm gonna open more business. I think I'm gonna open a business this year too. Yeah, I'm gonna open a business this year. Maybe two, maybe three. Um, I count a studio. You know. What else I think I'm gonna do this year? Um, make a lot of money this year, for sure. Definitely make a lot of money this year.
yes, sir, man. And this is recording.